Today is September 18th, 2021. The website is located at harrythomas.info, harrythomasshow.com. This is the Harry Thomas Show. I'm your host, Harry Thomas. Well, I've got an uncensored video up at harrythomas.info, and you could also find it at BitChute, the real Harry Thomas Show. You could also find it over at Rumble, the Harry Thomas Show. So, what that's about is General Milley performing an act of treason. He should be arrested. He called the Chinese military in between the period of before the inauguration and after the election. So, somewhere between November 5th or whatever election day was and January 20th. Called the secret phone call, which was spied on by other intelligence agencies around the world, and told them that Donald Trump was planning on nuking China, and not to worry about it, that he was in control of the nukes. So, if you go over to the uncensored, I can't talk about a lot of this stuff over here on YouTube because Google's a bunch of thugs and they don't like you telling the truth over here because we're under major censorship in this country. So if you want to hear how I tie this all in with what's going on currently today in an uncensored video, you need to go to BitChute, the Harry Thomas Show, the real Harry Thomas Show, or go to harrythomas.info. But anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is packing up a survival backpack. Give you ideas of what to put in the survival backpack, and I'm going to share with you my survival backpack, which this is it. A very simple one, very cheap one. If you need to, or if you want to, you can invest in a very big one, and that you could hold a sleeping bag and all kinds of stuff and more compartments. But this is the one I got. In fact, this is one of the ones. I have two on the go backpacks. One of them I don't have here with me because I'm in a transition period. I broke my leg. Big old story, whatever. But it's at a friend's house, along with my buddy Widespread Panic, which I use in the case of an emergency. You could probably figure that out for yourself. But my other backpack is a solar backpack. It has solar panels built in, and it's got all kinds of attachments to it where you could actually charge a small laptop on it. And you could recharge cell phones, anything that you could charge in a carport, a car charger. You could use in that. I mean, I don't think you could use one of them transformers and plug a TV into it or anything. But it's very useful, very useful. And it's got a lot of compartments in it. You could hold a lot of stuff in here. But this one right here, I will share with you. I haven't been in this thing quite some time, so it'll be a surprise also for me. One good thing is to have is hand-cranked radios. It's always good to have a hand-cranked radio. This one here takes batteries. It takes batteries, but it also has a hand crank on it with a rechargeable battery built in. And this particular one is AM, FM, and it has a emergency weather band. Now, I wish it had a shortwave on it. I do have a shortwave radio. And this is a good idea to have a shortwave radio around. This one is a Grundig. Grundigs are very well made, very good, solid shortwave. But you'll be able to pick up worldwide frequencies on that for any if there's any resistance, any emergency information that you need to get beyond anything that would be controlled on like the weather band radios or an AM FM radio. Plus the government takes over them frequencies and your television, and they'll probably be putting propaganda on there. Oh, here we go. I found them. My Buddha stone. This is a healing stone, and my meditation rock. This is millions of years old. But I was actually looking for them. I thought I lost them forever, but that's where they were. This butane gas. I got a little thing that you fit onto the top of that, and it makes a cooking stove, and it's very little. It's in here somewhere. I'll show it to you. Another knife, one of them Swiss Army knives. I think I got a couple of them around. This here is another, just a light, just a little light, opens up. It's not a hand crank light or anything, but it runs on them little round batteries. So they last a while, and I should have batteries in here, which it's probably time to redo them. This here is the thing I was talking about that you hook onto the top of the butane canister, and this makes a stove. Boom. That's only if you really need it. Like, say, I don't know, things are wet and you can't start a fire. I don't know. There could be many reasons that you would want to have one of these around. It's also dangerous carrying around butane, depending on what the weather is. I mean, that could be used for a weapon also. So, I mean, you got to think ahead. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get into out there. But that's the stuff in that compartment. I guess I got a mess to clean up. I'm not gonna clean it up as I go along and bore you guys with it. But rope. This is actually mason line. 15-pound weight on it. You could use this for all kinds of things. I mean, literally. I would basically use this mostly, I don't know, put up shelter. Be a big thing. You could use this to catch an alligator with, maybe. It depends on how big. I don't know. You have to be a small alligator. What do I got in here? A little luxury item. A little camping towel. I mean, you could always use a towel, wash up with, stuff like that. Here's a light, a hand crank light. So it's always good to have hand crank tools, hand crank lights, hand crank radios. Always good to have with you. Little rain poncho. I mean, little things that you wouldn't even think of. What do I got here? What do I got here? Oh. This, my gosh, I don't even think they sell them. I bought this thing when InfoWars was selling Berkey water filters. This is a sport Berkey. Jeez. I guess it's time. Yeah, this bag is so old. I don't even know what store this bag is from. But this has been in there for a long time. I don't know if it's been in this particular sack, but it's been in this bag for a long time since I gotten it. It's a water filter in a sport bottle. This thing could can filter pond scum. It can filter anything. It's got a filter built in. You put the water in there, and then you can drink the water. It purify any water, anything. So it's a good thing to have around. I don't even know if InfoWars sells them anymore, or where you would be able to find something like this. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they're out there. It's made by Berkey. So here's a hand warmer in case you're in a situation where you're in dire need of going into hyperthermia. That might help you. Some masks. With any dust, debris, anything goes off near you, it might help a little bit to have it. You never know what contaminants you might come across. I know what do I got in here? Boy, there's a lot of compartments in here. I didn't realize I had. Well, some pencils and pens. Another bottle of this. A rubber band. Oh, that was a compass. Oh boy. Well, there was a little compass. I got a compass of my grandfather's real good compass in my other backpack. This is a fire starter. Fire starter. You take that and you can make fire with it. This are purifiers, water purifiers, tablets. You purify your water with that. Rubber band and pens and pencils. I don't know. You never know when you might need a pen or pencil. Some more of the potable water. Make your water drinkable. Yeah. So we got that stuff there in that pocket. Then I got my main pocket I haven't gotten to yet. I think I'm missing a pocket somewhere. Oh, it don't matter. I'll find that stuff later. You know. Now I talked to you guys before about water. Now you get them 5-gallon buckets of water and you get the lids. Now there's Home Depot around here, and we've got what is it? Value Center, Lowe's is next to Walmart usually, but they all sell buckets, and the lids usually have the rubber around it, and you can put 5 gallons of water in it. Now now this is for your home. You're not going to be able to carry 5 buckets of water with you. That's why you need them water purifiers. Stuff to put it in it, or you boil your water. You got to boil your water. I mean, the potables there are good for when you don't have fire, or you might not have a pot to boil it in, or you might not be in an area where you have bamboo or anything. Let me get into this main compartment here. Let's see what I got in here. My gosh. Now, this is going to be interesting, because this is where the bulk of it is. Some more bottles of this water purifiers. There's 2 of them in here, and this is a first aid kit. Little small one. And this is more of the pure water purifier. You can buy this pretty much in any old store. They're water purifier kits. I got a few of them in here. Now here we go. This is camping toilet paper. You don't want to be, until you find something, maybe until you come across some big leaves or something that you can use. Got that. This is a snake bite kit. Very important because there's poisonous snakes everywhere. Um, oh, oh. I will talk about that in a minute. Wow, this is getting pretty beat up in there. These are plates and forks, just a luxury thing, really. Huh. Pots and pans. This is what you need to boil your water with. You could find these pretty much anywhere, a little kit of them. I'm not sure what's in here. Let's see. You know what? I'm not even going to open it. There's a few different things in there that you can do cooking with. But it's very important, and it's lightweight. And I have one of them pots in my other one. It's a little thing you make coffee. It's a percolator. And it holds a little bit more water than this would. And it boils quickly, too. So you don't have to wait a long time. You don't have to wait a long time for it to cool down if you're drinking it right away. But you can also make coffee. So I got more water purifications, more water purification. This is the instructions to the snakebite kit. Matches. So strike on the box, matches. Coffee. You might want to have coffee. Insect repellent, very important to have because insects can be very bad in the summertime. Black flies, all that stuff, terrible. Ibuprofen. This is potassium. It's the stuff that you want if you're living near a nuclear power plant and it goes off. This will fill your organs with a safer. Man, I can't see it. I can't read it, but what it'll do is the poison will bypass you because it'll have a safer version of it in your body. So it'll bypass you because it thinks that you're already infected and full of it. The radiation, basically. This is for bug bites. This is actually a itch relief for bug bites. And you can't beat cast iron frying pan. You just can't beat it. These are also insect repellents. And another one. This is yeah. Oh, this is hand sanitizer actually, this one. Are they all? No, this is insect repellent. And one's hand sanitizer. Well, I guess that's about it in this backpack. But what I did want to show you is there is a couple more items that I put aside. This is what I was telling you that they used to sell in the stores. I got this I bought 2 of these. But this is a pre-made survival kit. And there's actually a little booklet in here where it has these emergency blankets and tape. And it's in a waterproof case. So even if you go into the water with it, everything is dry. But there's all kinds of neat little things in here that you could use. There's fish hooks in here and I don't even know what's in there. I'm tempted to open it, but it's perfectly good. It actually comes inside of this, which I don't know why it's outside of it. I think I was using it to put other stuff in. That's what I was going to do. But this is what I was telling you about in another video. If you at least get something, at least have one of these in your car, or get a backpack, start out with something like this because it's got a lot of practical things in here. I wish I knew exactly what was in here, but either way, get yourself something like I got this from I got this recently from InfoWarsStore.com. I wanted a hat. You can't find American flag attire anymore. It's weird. It used to be able to find shirts and all that. And what happened is I was buying, I wanted a little survival guide too. The Pocket Disaster Survival. Now, you'd have to have a pretty big pocket. This thing's almost as big as my head. But what to do when the lights go out. So, get yourself. And over at HarryThomasShow.com, I've got tons of survival manuals over there, links and stuff, army manuals, different things like that over there that you can access for free. Now, because of my eyes, I have a hard time reading things on the screen and stuff. Plus, it's always a good idea to have a hard copy in your backpack. But this is all kinds of good stuff, information in here. Another book that I've had in here, obviously, for years. And I used to go out to the state parks and stuff and go out and identify the plants. That's why this thing's a little beat up. Is I would go out and identify plants, and this book is pretty good. It was written by Linda Ranyan. You can't really read her name at the bottom anymore, but well, maybe you can. But I used to go and identify different plants, but this covers all different kinds of regions, around the world. So this is a pretty thorough book, and it also tells you when something looks the same as a poisonous plant. So unless you're a real top expert in that, you might not want to mess with it if it's something that's similar to a poison plant. And there's ways to test a plant to see. You might want to just rub it on your lip just a little bit. See if you get a tingly sensation or a rash breaks out or something like that, before you go consuming it. You might want to test it. Even if you're pretty sure it's edible, you might want to test it. I've been watching this show for a while called Naked and Afraid. And I don't know, for the longest time, I don't know. I watch these science shows on Discovery Plus, and I overlooked that one. For the longest time, I just was like, what the hell is that? But I watched it one day, or I was like, and I just kept watching it, and I kept watching it, and then next thing you know, I was hooked on it. And it's about these people that they just drop off in the middle of the forests and the jungles and all different kinds of Africa, and they just drop them off there with a pot and a fire starter, basically, and that's it. And they're butt ass naked, and they got to survive in the wilderness with lions and tigers and rhinos and elephants and poisonous snakes, and they're getting bit up by bugs because they don't have any of this stuff, or any insect repellent or nothing. They're not prepared. But very interesting, and you could pick up some tips that way, you know. But so get over there and see what I have to say about that traitor General Milley and what they're doing to usher in a new world order, because that's that's basically what the Harry Thomas Show is all about: is standing up and for uh, for our republic and to save our republic and our way of life. And what's and we're under major attack right now. We're under major attack. I mean, more than ever. We've been taken over by communists. They're pushing a medical tyranny on us, and they're going in for the end game. They're believers in the Georgia Guidestones and population reduction. The media is compliant with them, and they're on a huge censorship campaign. It's a 1984 world, so basically, this is how you should take the media with a grain of salt. That whatever they're saying, the opposite is true, and you try to tell the truth on social media, and they want to ban you. So I'm being careful over here on this YouTube channel because there's 2 strikes against me and one more. They're going to shut this channel down. Um, but hey, we're trucking along. There is some stuff that we can do over here, to help each other out, get ourselves, prepared for the lockdowns that are coming. Get prepared for the police state that they're ushering in. Get prepared and help our families. Make sure that our families, that we can keep them safe. Yeah, I don't really know how far I can go on this channel anymore. I've gone pretty far. My old channel, if you're not sure what I'm talking about right now, go to my old channel. It's still up, Harry Thomas Info, and you'll see what I'm talking about over there. That's up still. There's a lot of stuff on there that has been banished. People who have been banished right off the internet. Well, off the internet, but off this YouTube and anything that's owned by Google or Twitter or anything. I'm in battles with YouTube. I'm in battles. I think YouTube is just they're they're not going to put my videos back up. Even though I challenge their decisions, I'm not hearing anything back. So Twitter keeps um, telling me I can't retweet or follow anybody for 3 days. Facebook takes down my posts and no repercussions. Even when I send them feedback and challenge them, I don't never get anything back from them. One time they took down a whole account, 5,000 friends on there, and then in order to reclaim my account, I had to take mug shots like this, and they take the shots. And then I got to turn my head until they accept the photos that they took. And then the next day they said, nah, you're out. You're just out. So that's what we're dealing with as a society, a total takeover by communists. But as long as we're alive and as long as they don't pull off the 80-90% population reduction that they're aiming for, they're a bunch of eugenicists and transhumanists. They're worse than communists. They're running a communist agenda, and they're working with it's the international bodies, but and they have no allegiance to our republic. They want to destroy it. They put the Constitution in the historical archives. They've been running a mind control operation on the American public and the world in general for decades. It's pretty bad. But as long as we're still here and we can question our reality, we can wake each other up because it's really a numbers game. And if we can get enough people awake to this global takeover, let alone the takeover of our country here in the United States, our republic, we used to pledge allegiance to that republic, and we've taken oaths to uphold the Constitution. As long as we're still here to do it, we have a chance. So get out to the websites, harrythomas.info. Check out my General Milley's and how I tie it all together, that this guy should be arrested. BitChute.com, the real Harry Thomas Show, because together we will make a difference. Thank you for listening.